I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today it is March 25th, Tuesday, 2025. I hope you had a good day today. So like we said, I told you guys all this time that we was coming up. We want to come up probably to this 50% with that liquidity that's sitting right there. This is not a good screenshot right here, but point is was to keep kind of pushing up. Or, you know, we get a retracement and push back, but the higher highs and higher lows, this is exaggerated for this downside. The objective is to come up this way. Now, we haven't came up here yet, but we're just crossing this 50 level now. You know, can't make it up. I've been telling you guys this. I even mentioned it last week, right? We did seal the rest of the gap here that was there. So if you, was it in this picture? Yeah, you can see the little purple right there. See what's left? Remember we didn't finish that? See a little purple right there? This little purple right here. That's right above the gray right here. You see that? We sealed that. And I left that there on purpose so you understand, right? So I'm going to try to make this video short, man. I got to, there's a lot of fire in here though. But again, we closed yesterday and then all we did was Asia London just retraced back to wipe out those lows. And it's kind of like a consolidation and then expansion situation. So they weren't really interested in coming lower. Again, I would have loved for it to come all the way down here. Asia London didn't provide any deeper. So they already wiped liquidity and then they pushed up. So let's see how that looks like. It's going to be such a fire video. I'm letting you know right now. Like it just couldn't have been just beautiful. It was so easy that it was so beautiful and easy that I couldn't even take advantage of the rest of the day. Because, you know, I just couldn't believe it. Now, look, as you see, we crossed here. Man, let me tell you. So, see those lows from yesterday? So that was move 1, 2, 3. They came back. So 3 and then 4 pushed back. And then it wasn't a higher low. They built liquidity and then raided those lows, right? In a consolidation, you can see it as a speaker too, right? You can see it as a speaker. You can see the origin right here in this area. High, you see that, right? And then from this low, I mean, even you could say from here, low, all the way to that low right there. You see that? You can see that, right? So why is this powerful? Because that's called manipulation. That's how we track it. You expect it to be perfectly even and then go, and it does not. And I'll sort of mention that today. But anyways, let me try to not veer off here and keep this simple. So, oh my God, so fire. So, okay, I got these little, I didn't use 50 levels. I didn't use the range from measuring this low to this high here. And I didn't use a 50 level to see where equilibrium is or fair delivery. So I use these these premium and discount like green and pink boxes, right? Not to be confused. This is not an entry where this is your stop loss or anything. I'm highlighting the range from this low to this high. And basically when we see 830 is here, right? 830 literally opens literally on top of the high of that gap of 2 weeks ago. I mean, dude, it's fucking right on it. Pushes right up. What do we have here? Again, I'm going to try to make this simple. You need to be following if you understand the videos, but so I don't have to keep saying stuff, but pink is the bearish weekly imbalance, and I have it quadded. It's the only level there, 50%, and then we have the gray fucking the gap, all right? And we have the present gap right there as well. Now watch this. So I understand this is a raid, as you see, no body closure above, which is whatever. Then they retrace, and then we get a push up. So let me transfer back to the 1 minute. 830 already has it here. It's the fake move. Then it comes down to 930. What are we doing right now? From here to coming down is retracing. It's just a higher high, and we're making a fucking higher low. And from the higher high to the higher low, we got these drives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So very simple, right? Oh boy. So as you see here, as I got it measured from that range, look where, see right here? See that? I'll just move it over. So you see where 50, so where is the 50% level? Right there, right? So 930 is here. We have the opening range gap. We also understand it's a fair size for it to, what is this? A fair size for it to get filled, right? So we have, don't get confused with all these lines, man. And in the background here, remember I have the quadra levels 1, 2, that's 50%, 75%, the bottom, right? So that's the reason why I'm using these things right here, is because I don't want another 50 level on top of the quad level of the gray gap. Okay, now that I said all that, fuck. Here you see the 3 consecutive candles here. These are the energetic levels, and I'm not using all of them here, but I'm just using this 3. You can see 1 and 1.5 is here. You can see the 2 to 2.5 is here. And then equilibrium is right there of the range. We're just retracing. Very fucking simple. But they're doing all this to look tough and mean and what's going on. And yes, there was some trickery there with that swing high. But and then that swing low, then that swing high, then that swing low. So a little speaker. Then it came down for a second raid. Oh, where are we actually at? Take a look. What is that? That's a breakout level. Look at the blue line. That's a breakout level right there. I'm measuring. So I'm measuring also the consecutive candles only, just from the body to the low. That technically should have been. Oops. Oh yeah, I measured it right. Oh yeah, I got both. I got the external levels too of the wicks. Okay, fine. But I'm just using the breakout level of the open here on this candle. Why? Let's take a look here. So I could have pushed this up here to that high, right? It's a breakout level, right? So what I did was a little more refined. So yes, we broke from that level, but we also broke from that level. So that's why I had it where I had it. All right, it's not that serious, but at the same time, take a look here. When you see us breaking through the leg from there to there, we're having these higher lows, and then we pop through. This does not take out that high, and then it pushes through, right? See that? So it pushes through, retraces back, sitting on it like a support, pushes up, comes back. Yes, it takes that guy out, and it builds liquidity, and it takes out the little push out trader right there. This fucking 642 candle. All right, and then this becomes liquidity later. But you can see this is support resistance. Ah, look at that. Now they tagged it again right there. I'm putting these green levels so you can see what I'm doing, what the purpose is. Because when we were 830 here and we were retracing down, and this is the dump before the pump, the retracement for the higher low. I might sound like I'm pretty sure I'm making myself clear, right? I got these levels here. I have this circled here. Why do I have it circled? Because I know that we should come down and take out this guy because we pop above these highs. We bust through and we come back. So it's liquidity. Where's my next level? Right here. The breakout level of this thing I just got done explaining to you here. Right? Very, very clear. Look at the body sitting on it. Look at the body sitting on it there. Why do I have that level green? Because it might not take out that low, but we know it might take out that guy and bounce on this support, which is fucking this area here. And you also have this, don't get me wrong, right? But we're using the lower level because someone made the decision here. Instead of making it here, they made it here, right? So this is to come down for good measure. I talk about that all the time. This was such a fucking kosher day, dude. So take a look at this fire. So 930 opens, right? Shakes out. It's like, what the fuck? Where's it going to go? Trying to take long. I'm already bullish. Why am I already knowing that I'm bullish? Because number one, I know this is a retracement. Number two, what's my goal? My goal is this 50% level of the opening of the bearish imbalance. You see this on the 15-minute in the background? I've been talking about it all fucking week, right? Okay, so, but take a look at this is going to be very key to this video. See this high here and that high? So we have that swing high. That's the highest high here before it broke down. Then we have that high right there, right? Because this high raids, you're probably like, dude, I can't see it. You can see it now, right? See that little swing? See that high and that high. So this high raids that high, swings above. When it came down, we have people who enter that way. They literally are looking for a raid and they're selling it, and they know that. And so keep in mind of these two highs. I'm going to explain what the fire is, dude. My decision making was pretty good today, but of course I always leave money on the table. So now that I said that, that's my target here. Okay, so we push down here. All right, we push down here. Drives, like okay, opens up, and then this is like a break here, a low. It's not just a sweep. So this is a lower high, which they take that guy out. See that? And then you can see the bearish imbalance holding. You see this eventually kicks back in. This 850 dragged it out, panned out, boom, takes off right there. Look at that. No wick on there. Anyways, you're getting the drive. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So I'm taking losses and trying to catch some of these, right? I have no problem with that because I know what they're doing. Right here, you have a divergence here. Beautiful. High or low on the divergence, which is right there, right? So I take this, right? It still loses, right? But look where it is. Look where it is. Look at the premium level, 50%. Remember, I'm not using that 50 fib. I'm just using the color thing, right? Look, it's sitting right by the concealment of the opening range gap, and we tag in. Of course, I'm buying that, right? And I understand that we are at this breakout level. Now, that's why I have it highlighted, because I know it could come into the wick. It could take out that wick, and it might take out that wick. Just the vicinity of what I'm looking at. And what do we have right here? The -2 to 2.5. So keep in mind, I don't hit that with this. This is me just being urgent, or being thirsty. Did I? And guess what? I shouldn't take it because it's not the time factor is not in. It's not a macro in here. So 950 is over here. So this is the right trade here. Now, guess what? They make it very difficult with these wicks pushing down, trying to get motherfuckers in because they know people like me are getting in there. We're knocking the 2 to 2.5. We are underneath the premium level, right there, which is from this range we're discussing. And we took out this fucking guy. How convenient, right? Guess what? It's time to roll. Now they angled the carrot with the opening day gap and this 25% level on the gray gap. Now, when I took this, I was a little freaking out because I was like, oh, we got the midnight level. What if they want to just drop a little bit lower, retest the gap here, which is also that bearish imbalance on the daily, on the weekly, and then maybe get into that little imbalance right there on the 15-minute, right? Like, you had to held strong here. Guess what? Pushed up. All right, now I'm going to get into the sequence. I'm making this fucking video long, and I hate that. So pushing up here, oh, that's a nice shift. Look at the structure. This is the structure here. Lower low, lower high. Forget this bullshit here, 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 and here. This is just from here where I'm at here. There's 2 drives of the leg, and then it pops up. See that? They tricked you there. And then guess what happens? Then you get 2 drives here. Boom. Right? And then this happens. That's a shift right there. What does it do? Higher high to higher, a high to a new higher low. Real deep. Look how far it comes. Doesn't take out that low. That's your shift. That's your higher low. Boom. You can get in that bitch too. Where are you taking this? Up here. Now, as you can see the structure there, right? So I make videos long. You can see it, right? So when this thing whips all the way back, I'm like, dude, what the fuck, right? Where is it tap? Look at how it taps the opening range gap to the perfection twice, right? So with that, before I move forward, I have this candle right here. I have it because I was trying to take these right here. I knew it was happening, but I just don't. I should be waiting for it to be below the 50%. But I also know that it might be too bullish, and we might not hit that perfection level, right? So you want to wait for, but you should be waiting for perfection and be waiting for the time factor. But anyways, just to be real. So anyways, you see it highlighting the 2 to 2.5. Look how we tag it perfectly right there, right? So then it reversed, right? So I'm not sitting here trying to measure these candles down because I'm already knowing that we're going to turn around here. Like I'm very confident, and I also have with with this breakout understanding, right? Anyways, so now I got this measure, this candle here. And I have 2 to 2.5, and I have 3.5 to 4. Now I'm going to get into the trades. I'm going to show you these trades for the simple reason of I've told you this week that we're trying to aim for the 50 level. I got it. Look how I have it highlighted here on the bottom left corner. I have it highlighted, right? I'm already in the trade down here, right? So by the way, I was in this trade here, and then they came so deep, they knocked me out. And I was okay with it. And you're going to say, well, why don't you have your stop here? Because I don't want to fuck around and find out just in case it wants to come into here, right? I do understand that I'm at a 2 to 2.5 here, right? But this came all the way deep. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay because I pushed it up and kept it in profit. I took it again here. If the understanding that this is going to be a higher low right here from the structure I just got done explaining and it tapped this, I'm going to get in again. So push down, closed. This candle next pushed down, tapped it, and started flying up in the open. Look how my entry is when the flip of that candle was bearish, then becomes a wick, then becomes bullish. So instead of pushing it here, because once it passes that candle, that's an entry mechanism as well, or trigger for me. But I can also use the open. This is just confidence here. This is because I know it's a higher low and I have the narrative here already. So I'm showing you specifically. Dude, I can't make this fucking shit up, bro. Fire, okay? And then guess what? So we have the first imbalance as well, and we're obviously above it, below it, above it, below it, above it. So this is when it actually sticks. Look how we come up close, strong with that candle right there. And then boom, this is a wick. Digs in, a little inversion. I didn't draw it. I don't need to. I see it. Just showing you now. Digs in, and then it pushes up. Gaps, pushes up, and then it's freely above that first imbalance. I know the trade is working. Anyways, where am I going with this? Watch this. I told you about me. I highlighted that high and that high. So right now, live action, I have it on the highest high. In this screenshot, I have it on the lower high. Why? I just got done telling you that I'm interested in my trade to take the profit and not be right. Look, you see me holding, I got a big green. I want to come to the 50 level, right? Keep that in mind. But what if they don't break it? What if they don't go that high? What if they stop here and decide to come back down for the next days to come into here? I understand it's a possibility. So check this fire. I got it green highlighted on the lower one. Okay, that's this level right here in the green. You can't miss that, right? So real quick, back to their projections here. I measured here from this candle, this last down candle. So you got 1 to 1.5, 2 to 2.5, and you have 3.5 to 4 here. So I have the green level as well. We're pushing up, it's fanning out. So once this is the same thing as very similar to yesterday's video if you watched it. So it's fanning out. This is your last opportunity to get in. You also have an opportunity in here, and so on, right? Bouncing on the gap and pushing up. As you see, I'm squeezing it. Why? Because I know that this could sell, right? I'm on an overbought here. I have that twice here. I'm on the 4-hour overbought. So I understand I'm not trying to overstay my welcome. I'm playing it smooth and smart. Watch how this flows. So you see me, I'm jamming it, right? And I just hit that green level right here. We tapped it right there perfectly. That is that lower high. Why? Again, because the algorithm is going to reference that. Why? Because this candle rated that candle, which is I'm highlighting the green. So for me, this is a minimum target for me here. I want this, the 50 level of the fucking daily. I understand that. Oh, by the way, on the 15-minute here, you see this? I'm measuring this here. You can see the 1 to 1.5 is right here. So we end up tapping that first, right there. You see that? Which is this high at at 8 o'clock. Take a look here. Fire, buddy. So look at this 1 and 1.5. I was just talking about this right here. Look to your right. We don't tap it, but we fall real short of it. See that right there? I'm talking about this high right here. It's points away. It's like ticks. It's actually ticks away. It's not even points. Okay, so we dip in there for, I mean, we get real close and then we retrace. We come back up to it. We're still there, and then we retrace. And now we're approaching. Well, no, we're not approaching. We did by missing it by a tick. Let's take a look here. I mean, it's literally a tick away from the high, the 50%. Well, not the 50% level. The 2. See the 2 to 2.5. So I got it circled here. I'm just saying that to say this so you can understand this flow. This is fire. So I'm making the decision to not be right. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to catch the trade, and that's what I did. Take it out. I get knocked out here. Okay. Then watch this. So that was move number 1. I talk about this every day. Higher low, higher high. That's move 1. We had this sequence, right? I codified this. No one on the internet has at all. No one talks about it. They do talk about expanding trumpets and speakers with like I do, but no one talks about it like this with the numbers here. So move 1 here. I just got taken out right there. I just screenshotted it right there. Guess what? We have a new range. Well, okay, so we have this low to this high, and then where's equilibrium? I'm showing this again. I don't want the 50 levels on there, so I'm using the gray. I'm using this tool again, right? I'm using this low instead of this low. And why am I using this low? Because this low made this high and retraced deep. So from here to here, it never came back to 50. Right? So I'm only using this, and this is kind of a refinement because, again, I don't need to be perfect or right. I just want to get in the area. So watch how I catch this sell. So why did I catch this sell? If I got knocked out right here, and here, now here's proof. Now I switched the green to the highest high. See this? I got it to the highest high right there. That's where this green level is. And take a look. From the measurement of this down candle, you see 3.5 to 4, right? Look at that. So take a look. Here, I take out the trade here. I'm falling short of that level, but I knew that I hit that level. I knocked this level. Remember the first green? I already knocked that. Okay? So now I moved it to this, and you're going to say, well, how did you sell below the high of the liquidity? Because this is what the fuck they do. Okay, because they are dangling the carrot, acting like it's even more bearish, building liquidity before they do actually rate it to get to the 50 level. How do I know that? Experience. So guess what? I'm waiting for time to be in the factor. I have 11 o'clock in the picture. I find this sell. How do I do it? I took a loss here too, by the way. We pushed down. This broke. This was a loss. This faked out right here. Okay. Then we raided again. We came back. Then we made this new raid high. Look how we're getting close. And you would think, oh man, we're coming right for that. But guess what? Who's still involved? Greedy people. Where are they? The people who bought all here. What are they doing? They're holding the bag for this. Guess what I do? I say, I'm gonna fucking come back on them and take the sell for number 2. Okay? 2. 1, 2. I know that out of however many moves are going to happen today, me personally, I capitalize on move 1 and 2. I say this all the time. I said it fucking yesterday to you, didn't I? Okay. So how do I do it? Well, this is confidence. It raids. I'm in the window of 11 o'clock. It's perfect. And I get filled on a smaller seconds time frame. You can see how strong this rejection was and this pulled back in. I literally got filled as soon as after it rated, and then it started sinking. Then it stopped here. Then I'm expecting, well, we come back up and we get into the wick, not even above 50%, which is perfect for my strength. All I'm trying to do is when I'm selling this, I'll explain more. I have fucking, look at this. Can't make this up. I had that first level. Where's that? Breakout level. Can't miss that. Where's my second level? Right here. Why? I have a balanced price range with that low, and this is momentum traders pushing in. We're busting above these highs right here. See that? Boom, pushing in. Why do I also have it highlighted? It's a negative 2 to 2.5. So I have the 1 and 1.5 to make the decision if I'm going to take this sell out here. My second decision would be to come into this area right here. What do we have here? I just got done telling you the 2 to 2.5, right? So where's the, so now back up here. We got this break. Boom. That's the initial break. I made videos not too long ago with the same shit. Literally last week I made this video. We broke this internal. We didn't break out this low. We didn't take out that low yet, but we took out that swing low because that low made that high. Boom, break. Look where it comes back to. Comes all the way back to that imbalance that's sitting in there. Okay? On a 30-second, you can also see it go do the work. So anyways, guess what? So I'm measuring that swing, 1 and 1.5. My next, and by 2 to 2.5. It took forever. I wish it was faster, but now it's 11:55. Guess what? I'm done. I don't want to fuck around and play with these people anymore. So, and it's not a big trade. It's not range. It's not huge. I could have made much more if I was to have held it and for the drives, but I'm not trying to fuck around and find out. I know number one is this. I know number two at the least is coming into here. Now, guess what? We're back to the range here from in this purple, not purple, pink and green premium and discount levels. See that? So I have it measured here. Did you see that? Where's 50%? Right there. Do I need to be right and get it in there? Nope. Is it probably going to go in there? Yep. What do I have right here? I have this little area that I have it in red, and I'm saying I don't need it to come here. I would like for it to come here, but I don't need it to come here. And it's there. Where's the next level underneath this? You have the lows here, and then you have, the first imbalance, where everybody just broke through and made the decisions to buy. Right? So that's also a 930 level. Don't forget that. So 930 is bouncing on it. People are saying, went above the 930. We're bullish. Right? So I'm giving you the options down here. Now I also measured this swing here. From there to there, you see 1 to 1.5. That's why I skipped this, because this is 1 and 1.5. This little retracement when we broke through, that's resistance. That's a control of price right there. See that? It's a control of price, that candle. We don't break above that price, and we're back to testing that low as well, right? So break one, and then that's a break too, but this is also the break, and we're pretty much like dancing around that as well, right? But this is a control of price right here. See that? Has a bearish imbalance in it, and then we just freeze right there with the last up candle. You see how it fans out, right? So this is bear. This is turn. Now this could be drive one. I'm getting into drive two, and I'm preparing myself to get the fuck out, right? So I'm straddling I'm squeezing the stop loss, and I was just looking for a good trade. So 1 and 1.5 here, and the one on the swing from here to here is 1 and 1.5. So I liked this area because this 1 to 1.5 is overlapping with this 2 to 2.5. So I have more confluence in this level right here. That's all I'm doing. And I'm literally screenshotting it where I fucking look, that low right there with that imbalance. This thing can buy from here. I don't know if it's going to come lower, but this from here to here is kosher for me. This is fucking beautiful, just so you know. What did we end up doing? Let's take a look. I'm talking a lot, but I'm giving you fucking fire. It's only 28 minutes. I mean, it's already 20 minutes. Damn, man. Take a look. 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 What the fuck, dude? Okay. So I don't know what that was. So move two. I'm in move two. It's coming down. What do we do? I end up taking it out right here, right? I end up getting out right here. So what does it do? Drive, second drive, third drive. 3 more drives. Look where it comes to. Look. So you had the 2 to 2.5 right here. You have, what is this level? In the background is the gray gap. Sitting right on it. Had a feeling this would happen too. And look where it came to. Came to my boy. Right here. I can't make that shit up. But it didn't take those guys out. But where are we here with the range from low to high? Below 50%. So I should have held it lower to get into this 50%. As you see, it tags it right here and then bounces up. I'm afraid it's going to whip. I'm looking for a higher high to higher low. I don't plan on trading the higher low to the higher high to move number 3. We end up doing that though. And so let me keep going. So this is so fire. 2 to 2.5 will come in there. And then look at this. Look at this. Not oversold. Doesn't really tap the oversold, and it's just bouncing there. I'm like, watch them. Boom. They come a little bit lower. They tag that. Look what time. Now it's 12:30. They have been since 11 o'clock. I'm expecting London close to lunchtime to retrace and wipe out liquidity to the left of higher lows that were made after 10 o'clock. Where are those? That's there. All that. These guys and that guy. And this is the reason why I should have also held it to at least that low, because we understand that the algorithm is going to try to retrace and hunt for that liquidity. But I still played it safer, and I don't give a fuck, right? And you just have to do that, right? Because you're never going to be satisfied. You're never going to be satisfied. So this is me learning to be satisfied, right? And I do things like that. Very, very valuable what I'm telling you. Guess what? We get the oversold. We pop right up. What do? Let's bring this into the picture. Dude, this is like fire, dude. I mean, you don't understand. You don't understand. You really don't. So, move 2. I was just showing you that was move 2. Where's move 3? So now this could be working in a couple ways. In a perfect world, you'd like for this to be number 3 and go straight to our original target. But guess what? They didn't do it. They kept it fucking low. So when we came down, we're wiping out the buyers of liquidity. When we're pushing back up for this number 3 possible, it comes up to wipe out the sellers here, right? Look where it comes to. Come on, man. It comes right into that little imbalance right there where we tagged in. Look at that shit right there. See, look where it came to. Hit the 50% level. Dude, you can't make that up. Okay. So this buy, why was this a good buy? Now, I was going to buy this. And I understood, I had patience and I saw the drives, but I was actually really done for the day. I didn't want to play around. Because this thing could have been why I'm saying all that is because this could have been an agenda already, and then they could have sank it. Because they have already squeezed everyone here, and they could save this for another time, they could have easily dropped the price and got into this area fucking here. So because I'm aware of that, I'm playing it in a certain way. So I'm saying that to say this. Okay, 1, 2. Look at this here. Now we have the 3 drives here. Beautiful. We're on the oversold here. We're dangling on the weekly gap, and we are in the 2 to 2.5 right there. See this 3.5 to 4? I'm like, well, I don't know. That's suspect too. And you have the first imbalance. Does it want to come and tap this 930 level? So guess what they do? Once they came down here and took that guy out, they made that an important idea for them to take them out, because here you don't really know what's going on yet until you get this extra push up and retracement. So this from here, now we have we don't have time involved, but we have the 1230 and it is this level of the gap. So they push up real quick to get this. Now, I would have bought this and been squeezed out and took the profit, not needing to get above this high or reach my real target. But guess what? It bought up, and then it fucking went over spot, and it hit that perfect level. Now when it's here, we got number 3 involved. 1, 2, 3. 3. Is this going to keep going, or is this going to retrace back down for a lower low? They made a fucking lower low. And I was like, dude, this is so fucking crazy. And they ended up doing it. And it was beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Broke that candle and wicked in and then dipped down. And what did they do? They came lower. Oh, where did they go? Look where they came. Dude, such a fucking coincidence. Look how we tag. We missed the 930 level on purpose, which is this high of the opening range gap. They tagged that first imbalance. But what's more important, when they came down this way to wipe out that low, now they cleared up these guys here. Oh, and so conveniently, those guys right there. See that? And those are some gaps. Bruh, this is the origin of the final push after here. But I'm already understanding to be catching it here for the switch. Or the shift in structure. Look what they do here. Here, boom. This is a 309. All right, this 310 kicks in. This was an actual sell, and time is in the factor. So this was a better idea. Now, again, if you thought I was going to bust through, you're like, well, if it comes this high, it should keep going. And it should. But guess what? Bogus. This is what they did. Number 2 is still going. There's 2 ways to look at this. 1, 2. So lower low, lower high, lower low. 2 just had 2 lower lows and 2 lower highs. Well, lower high and no, we'll just say 1 lower high. So 2 lower lows and 1 lower high, right? To make the 2 drives. Then they came here and they conveniently smacked that level. I made a video just recently about this. Look what they did it here. Now time is going to be in the picture here. So the 4 o'clock candle is about to happen. Look at, they make this wick and they pretend like they're going to come up. Look at all that. They have intention to come up here, but then they do this. They bring this down. This is now the 4 o'clock candle kicks in. Everything above the body this way is bullish candle. All right, very little wick. So where is fucking 2 o'clock? Dude, I can't keep making long videos like this. We dip down. They don't take out that low. So dirty. But guess what? You're in the window. It's 206. Guess what? They never took it out. They've already did what they wanted to do. By the way, now we're in at 3.5 to 4 from here. And a little swing there. 3.5 to 4. Just a swing. 3.5 to 4. Panned out. See that? So fire, bro. Just you have no idea, fire. So look at this. Then the 4 o'clock kicks in. The 2 o'clock, kicks in. And PM session is already in. And what's the whole goal? Their whole goal was to still come up here the whole time. So what they do? They pushed it up, squeezed everybody here. Take a look where they squeezed everybody. When they made the price action down here, you broke that low, and then you also broke this. So in the price retrace, look how it slithers. Actually breaks. Sorry. So it even breaks that right there. Those consecutive candles right there. I didn't even look at the chart. Didn't even mark anything. But watch this. I'm going to just measure that. Okay. Takes that candle out. Boom. Beautiful. We come in here. We understand the logic here. And higher time frame, I'm sure, looks better on top of that gap. Doesn't look good there. Hour might show some. A little bit better. No big deal. Not that big of a deal. But the point is, we push up to squeeze out the people to the left. But as it's coming up, it's that low. And then you also have this breakout level. Look at this candle. 117 doesn't have a wick. Oh, wow. We barely tapped that fucking level. So amazing. They knew it was selling probably here. So they pushed up to squeeze sellers to the left. And then they came back fucking down to take out the breakout fucking candle. This candle right here pushed hard. Look where they came. Right to it. Just tried to seal it almost. Right? See that? Boom. That's your lower. That's your higher low. So it's so move. Fuck me, man. Move 1. Move 2. Move 3. Buy, sell, buy. But the dump first, right? Retracement first. Dump first, generally. Beautiful. Buy, sell, buy. But they had 2 drives. And they rushed up to get these people selling. So they're trying to confuse you here and make you think this is number 3. Nope. Right? But that's just all logic. Then what did we do? In the power hour here, we end up using that hour to then finish the job. Over here, you're like, fuck this, I ain't playing with it. But if you understood the logic I just taught, look how we came right to that now that high, plus the 50% level, plus the 2 to 2.5 that I got for the retracement here that's projected. And where are we now? We're right there. Bruh, I've already showed this in advance. All this stuff was in advance. I didn't need to do this live for you. So what's the story here? Yesterday and the days before, I was saying the story is coming up here. So we had the gap. So yesterday's story, when we opened up on Monday, the story was coming up to get into there. And today, the same story is coming up here. Yes, would have been, if I saw Asia London do this to come down, to wipe this out, okay, cool. But they're in a rush. They're in a rush to take that swing high and to get to that balance. and the gap that was here. They're in a rush to do it. So we're on an overbought, and they know everyone's trying to sell it. Now we're getting drives. 1, 2, could be 3. That could have been 2 and 3. This might be number 4. It's going to be a little tricky now. We don't sure if you've been following the videos. Fuck, man, I made a long video about 40 minutes. Fuck. I gotta skip. I gotta move forward, bro. I don't know. And then again, dollar is kind of getting a little heavier, so we're still pushing up. I'm not even gonna need to discuss it. This was fire here. Also some fire. We had divergence here on Dow right here. We had lower highs here with S&P and NAS that pushed us down, which is going to be, you know, the 830 and pre-930, and we're pushing down. All right, that pushed us down, obviously. Then we got down here. We had a higher low with NAS. This is why I was able to buy that one right there again, right? Even though I still took the losses here, right? And not heavy, but I still took some losses, and some of them were chunks, like in the beginning. It was the way the price was printing in the fucking wicks on the lower time frame, dude. I was trying to snipe it, but you know, and I did, but it was just fickle. But hey, it is part of the game. But I know what they're doing. Higher lows here. We got lower lows here, S&P and Dow. Boom, pushed us up. We got up here. Now we had higher highs here with NAS. We had lower highs here, right here, and this is where I took the sell. By the way, that's where I took the sell, right? Even before I even had a divergence, I was still taking the sell, but we already were making higher highs here, and we were clearly lower highs here. So that's the confirmation coupled with this Dow high and lower high. So S&P took out the previous highs. NAS took out the previous highs. But look at Dow lower highs. The price was only sitting here when we were all doing all this. So I had that coupled with this confirmation, plus I'm already what I got done telling you, not trying to hit that target at the top, anyone holding the bag. I'm just trying to sell for number 2 to get breakout traders and buyers. That's it. That's all. That's what this move was down here, right? So anyways, we push down, right? And then when we push down, guess what happens? We push down and we have a higher low with NAS right here. This is where I told myself I should have bought it, and I did not. And I decided to stick to my rules because that was more important, to say that I was done and I wasn't going to trade the PM session. And that was it. Big opportunity I lost. And it is what it is. But I'm happy with what I did. Not fully happy, but I'm still happy. So anyways, higher low here. We had lower lows here with S&P and Dow. Then we had again higher lows here. And then S&P and Dow took lower lows here. Then when we came here, we had higher lows with S&P and NAS, and then we had lower lows there. Boom, popped it up. Look at that shit. I can't make that up. So super fire. Yeah, small range day for Dow, but slowly popping up. Again, we've been talking about higher prices, and I've been saying it for weeks, bro. Definitely, I was, on it last week, definitely. So, same story. If you've been following the videos, nothing's changing. We're still inching up, right? And then, S&P and Dow are harder. They took out more raids, and NAS didn't. And that's why I like NAS. Yes, don't get me wrong, NAS will do it too, but that's why I started trading NAS and stopped trading Dow. And S&P starting to be, they're shady too. Don't get me wrong, but NAS is just, I like it how they don't do it as much. But as you can see, they took out their shit. Look at that shit. That's just even dirtier. Anyways, looks like we're going still up, and obviously breakout levels. You already know I discussed this already, so I ain't even gonna do it. See, this is the shit I'm talking about right here. I would have been pissed. Look at this speaker right here. That was dirty. We didn't even get. We got a real. I'm trying to tell you, NAS was clean, buddy. Clean. High, higher low. High. They did it here, but higher low. High. Very simple, but understanding. So this was now ways to look at this. Look at the way it starts to leave. Once once it opens, came down. 1, push up. 2, put down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. When 9:30 opened, these 16 moves were already predetermined. Okay? Or since this is move 1 and we understand that, you could say this is move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4, move 5, move 6, move 7, because this is going on the same area. Or now I'm doing too much. Move 1, move 2, move 3, or move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4, move 5 is the one that expanded. Anyways, and I had it highlighted the whole time. And that's why I got the fuck out and took a sell here and was done. Said, fuck it. I guarantee this to myself. I know for me that this is a guarantee for me, for my system, for my model, for my trading, right? So super fire. And I made a long video. I fucked up, bro. Damn. Now, again, that's why, you got this gap here that can come down and get to those. So you gotta, I'm treading lightly. I mean, in a perfect world, like I did in the video, I still would like for it to come up. So we just did a higher high and a higher low, just all in this little area here. And we're pushing up and we're now here, right? So when I did this, my understanding is to just come and seal the gap. It might not. It might stop at 50% like where it is now at 75. I don't know. We do have a 3.5 to 4 here from this leg to there to there. And then does this pan out where we have 2.5, 3.5 to 4? If you might ask me, well, dude, you have a 2.5, 2 to 2.5 here and a reversal here and here, and it could sell off. Yeah, that's why I made that as an option. But when we get to an algorithm, what does the algorithm want to do? And what do I want to do? I know the algorithm wants to fucking come up here, get real close, sell off, and then fucking do it at the end of the day. That's what the algorithm wants to do. And what did they do? They did that today, at the end of the day. Now, here, you see that? All there, right? Bingo. Bruh, can't be get any more clear than that. So, where are we going from here? Like I said, again, I'm expecting some type of, well, because I've been sharing this clearly. See the push down and push back up? There it is right here with this little examples here. Right? Push down, push back up. Look at this. It's like fucking exactly, bruh. This swing here is like one of these little swings up here, like this. See that? It's the same idea. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just this is logic. And we've came up here. So now I want to just come up. So I said a third day to be bullish. Now that was today. 1, 2, 3 in a row, right there, right? See that? Now we're expecting some type of, well, I'm going to do it here since we're here. I've already said way too much, bro. I can't believe I made this fucking video this long. I'm just going to randomly do this, okay? To match the other side. We come back in. And then if we're, bearish again, then we're going to come, for something like this, right? And then pop all the way back up. Just like, there, right? Pop up. And then we come down, right? And then we come back up to wipe out the shit that we're going to make soon, right? And then come for another leg lower. And then sweep fucking August, possibly. I don't know. Too much to say in advance, but this is the flow. This is what we're saying in general, right? So that being said here, again, we have not sealed the weekly bearish imbalance. That's a breakout level right there. So I'd like to come and hit that high, which obviously would be in here. So when we get maybe now, today's Tuesday, right? Let's just see Wednesday, Asia just keeps pushing up. In a perfect world, I'd like to come up and roll over. Just like I made in this, forget this structure here, this one here. Push up, seal it, and come roll over. If you watch the video, you'll see me coming back down. If that's in the bearish world, right? So this is just fire, bro. Just fire. I'm letting you know. Just fire. Look at the ranges coming back into a deep, not deep, but I mean into the fair delivery. Pushing up, coming back into the fair delivery here. Very simple, man. I'm going to delete this now because this is just way too much shit. But I know I'm missing something. Oh, and by the way, the 3.5 to 4 here, that's why we poked right in. I ended up adjusting it to the swing of the candles. Wait. I initially... Yeah, I had that originally. Yeah. So, yes. Well, I don't want to get confused here, man. I measured this whole down move here from here to here. And then you see 1 and 1.5 right there. Anyways, that's why I put from the beginning, I put this big green circle here. I was incorporating the highs, the middle, the 2 to over here with the measurement from here to here to 2 to 2.5. Just love this area, bro. With that high, algorithm is looking for only 3 things. It's creating premiums and discount prices. It's looking for imbalances, and it's looking for liquidity. And you want to pair the liquidity and the imbalance, generally speaking. I'm also looking for breakout levels, and that they're making breakout levels and coming back to them, and that's it. That's all the motherfuckers doing, right? So go back to the down candle here, and you can see we tag right in that 3.5 to 4 right there. Look at that bitch. That's why I took this sell. So when it broke down, I'm already in it, and I should have held it longer for some drives, but that's why I'm taking this sell. I also tapped that as well, and it's that low right there. All right, man, this is probably my longest video now. I don't know why I made this shit long, but I've now said everything I really wanted to say. Super fire. No hindsight here, bro. I've been saying it. So you guys take care. God bless.